Hey everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Not that long ago, I produced a video where I talked about the real reason Larry Linville, who played Frank Burns on MASH, would decide to walk away from that show after its 5th season despite being offered a 2-year contract extension. And he was replaced on the show by actor David Ogden Stiers, who played Dr. Charles Emerson Winchester III. In this video, I'm looking at the true story of how David Ogden Stiers landed this iconic role on one of the most loved television shows of all time. Born in Illinois, his family would move to Oregon, where he would graduate from high school. Stiers would then move to New York, where he would attend Juilliard and study drama. Mentored by actor John Houseman, he would go on to be a founding member of the touring theater company called The Acting Company, where he would continue to hone his skills as an actor while on stage. Here, we see Stiers along with actor Kevin Kline in the stage production of The School for Scandal. Stiers would soon be making guest appearances in a number of television shows, including an episode of Kojak called Money Back Guarantee from 1975, and the pilot episode for Charlie's Angels in 1976. Now, between 1976 and 77, he guest starred in 3 episodes of The Mary Tyler Moore Show as station manager Mel Price. Fortunately for him, television director Burt Metcalf happened to see one of these episodes and decided that Stiers would be a great addition to the cast of MASH. For it was about this same time that Linville, who played Major Frank Burns on MASH, had decided to leave his role on the show. As I stated before, Linville had been offered a 2-year contract extension, but he had stated that he just felt he had taken the role of Frank Burns as far as he could. So with that said, the creative team involved with MASH were looking for a replacement surgeon. Enter Major Charles Emerson Winchester III. Stiers joined the cast of MASH at the start of the show's 6th season in the fall of 1977. His character would replace Frank Burns, who had, for the most part, been portrayed as idiotic and conniving, and Winchester would be the complete opposite of Burns, a gifted surgeon from a wealthy Boston family. He had a love for classical music and all of the finer things in life. When he believes that what is going to be a temporary assignment to the MASH unit turns out to be a permanent assignment, he clearly expresses his disapproval by telling Colonel Potter that he shall be delivered from the fetid and festering sewer that he views the assignment to be. One of the best things about Winchester was that he was more than a match for Hawkeye and BJ's pranks and teasing, and he could dish it out with the best of them, which he did on several occasions throughout the show. He would, over time, earn the respect of his swamp tent mates, whereas that just never seemed to happen with Frank Burns. Another great thing about Charles was that he just seemed to have the unique ability to connect on a deeper level when it really mattered, such as the time he finds sheet music written for a one-handed piano player after the soldier loses the use of one of his hands. Stiers would go on to play the role of Winchester throughout the MASH series finale, and he would forever be associated with a cast of characters who are generally well-loved and remembered nearly 40 years after the series would end. And while I've gone on record to say that I think the earlier seasons of MASH were a lot funnier, I've got to say that the series as a whole is still one of the best television shows of all time. After MASH, Stiers would go on to have a very successful career, including roles in The Man with One Red Shoe, Better Off Dead, The Accidental Tourist, Doc Hollywood, a number of Disney movies, and The Majestic, just to name a few. Sadly, Stiers would pass away at his home on March 3, 2018, at the age of 75 from complications related to bladder cancer. So there you go, a brief look at how David Ogden Stiers would become Charles Emerson Winchester. MASH was such a great show and was a huge part of my youth. I absolutely loved it. What are some of your favorite memories of Stiers' performance as Winchester? I look forward to reading your comments. Also, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to my channel, where I talk about movies, music, and TV shows, mostly from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there and have a great day.